What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to part 17 and our final episode of our Pokemon Dreamstone Mysteries walkthrough. In the previous video, we showed you how to get the legendary Pokemon Zeraora, and we did level up and evolve our Sliggoo into Goodra off camera. You've got to level it up higher than level 50, I think, in a rainy area. So this town is perfect for it. It's either level 50 or 55, but you've just got to level it up in a rainy area. There are some trainers north of the city in this field that you can battle over and over again, and they give you excellent experience points. So it's a perfect way to train up for the championship. And this is how I actually evolved my Sliggoo into Goodra. I leveled it up here, and it finally evolved into Goodra. And I recommend that you train up your team to around level 63. If you can get all your Pokemon to around level 63, I think you're pretty safe and good to go. We went into this championship a little bit under-leveled, I feel. So just to play it safe, try get your team to around level 63, and then you shouldn't have a hassle. The championship is quite tough in parts, but if you start off at around level 63, you're going to have a great shot. And I really enjoyed taking on these trainers here. I like that they included them in the game. You don't have to go wander around trying to find wild Pokemon to earn experience. You can just continuously take on these trainers and you level up pretty fast. I got most of my team to around level 60, but like I said, I did struggle a bit in the championship. Try and get your team to around level 63, and we're going to heal up our team and get things started. We're going to dive into it and head straight to the Pokemon Championship. I can't wait to see what it's like and what the process is. Outside of the building, we find Gabrielle there with her Zoroark. We chat to everyone inside. There's even some reporters and interviewers. And there's a big notice board that explains things a bit better if you are interested. So they tell us who we are battling against and all the pairings for all the battles. So we can get an idea of who our first opponent is. We register at the desk, and now we can enter the Pokemon Championship. You've got to prove that you've got all of the 8 badges. Let's get things started. Let's take on some trainers. I can't wait for these battles. I'm completely ready. Let's get it started. So here is our first opponent. Name is Chara. So let's see what she's got. Let's see how her team is. And let's get it. The first Pokemon Chara sends out is a level 57 Ursaluna. So as you can see, our Zeraora is heavily under-leveled. It's only at level 54. We should have at least gotten it to level 60. But we send out our Sneasel next, which has knocked out Ursaluna. The next Pokemon Chara sends out is a Barraskewda. I think it's like a water poison type, if I'm not mistaken. We send out our Goodra to hit it with an electric attack. We one-shot it. We earn a whole bunch of experience. And the next Pokemon she sends out is the Typhlosion, but the alternate version. So it's a fire and ghost type. We keep Goodra in for its water attacks, and we knock it out. Goodra is coming in clutch. It's putting in a lot of work in this battle. Goodra is unfortunately burnt though, but it's done a fantastic job knocking out 2 Pokemon already. The next Pokemon Chara sends out is Forretress, level 58. It does have high defense, but luckily our Dra has almost knocked it out. We decide to revive our Zeraora to try get it to gain more experience. And if we attack first, we should knock it out. And yes, we did. So at least Zeraora got a bit more experience. And Chara's final Pokemon is Altaria. And it's just mega evolved. I believe it's an ice flying type. So we're going to send out Aggron and hopefully hit it with some of our stone attacks. I know that iron attacks are also quite effective. So we hit it with an Iron Tail, but unfortunately Aggron has been knocked out. We decide to send Celebi out next, which is level 72, and Celebi finishes it off. So not a bad start to our Pokemon Championship. We had about half of our team still alive, and you don't need to worry about using items. You can heal up your team by the nurse after each battle. I love that. That's a nice little addition. It does make things a bit easier, but there's no difference really between stocking up on items and healing them yourself or just healing them by the nurse. So the next challenger is Stanger, and it looks like he's a bug catcher. The first Pokemon Stanger sends out is a Glamora, which is a really interesting one. I've actually used Glamora before in a previous playthrough, Pokemon Unbreakable Ties, so check that out. That's also on my channel. If you haven't seen it, just check out my playlist. Our Aggron knocks it out, and the next Pokemon Stanger is going to send out is Toxapex, which is a water poison type. We've decided to send Goodra out and use its electric attacks. It's super effective, 2 Thunderbolts, and we have knocked out Toxapex. Things are looking good so far. We've still got our whole team, and we've knocked out 2 of our opponent's Pokemon. The next Pokemon they send out is Amoonguss, who our Houndoom one-shots. Our fire attack is just super strong. And now they send out a level 59 Scolipede, which we also one-shot. The bug-type Pokemon just don't stand a chance against our team. Our Houndoom is an absolute weapon. Pinsir is the final Pokemon our opponent has sent out, and it's just Mega Evolved. Mega Pinsir did knock out our Houndoom as well as our Aggron. We send out Zeraora to try and finish it off. We hit it with a Wild Charge, and that does the trick. We have knocked out the second opponent, and again we had about half of our team left, so things are looking good. I'm curious to see who the next challenger is. We have healed up our team. We are on a roll. Let's go, baby. I can't wait to take on more trainers. And the next trainer's name is Burger, and it looks like he's an ice or fairy type trainer. He's got an Avalugg there with him. And the first Pokemon they send out is a Ninetales level 60. So the levels are getting higher and higher with each battle. We get our Houndoom into battle. Its fire attacks are going to be super effective against ice-type Pokemon. But they swap in Baxcalibur, which is a dragon and ice type. We hit it with our flamethrower. It does luckily burn Baxcalibur. But now we're going to swap in Celebi, the grass type. Hopefully we get a bit of a typing advantage. We're going to try hit it with our ground type attack, our ancient power move, and hopefully we can knock it out. It is healing up a little bit each turn. I think it's its ability, but it finishes off Celebi with an ice attack. We send out Zeraora to hopefully finish it off. Zeraora attacks first because its speed is really high even though it's underleveled. And we do gain a level, so hopefully we can level it up once or twice in this battle. Next up, they are sending Ninetales out again, so we've brought Houndoom back with its fire attack. We hit it with a flamethrower, and that leaves Ninetales burnt. We take a Moonblast attack from Ninetales, but we have knocked it out. Things are looking really good so far. The next Pokemon they are going to send out is Rapidash, but this is the alternate fairy and psychic type Rapidash. We decide to send Aggron out to try and finish it off, and 2 Iron Tails, and we knock it out. The next Pokemon they send out is Tinkaton, which is a fairy and steel type, so Flamethrower is going to be an absolute weapon. Houndoom one-shots Tinkaton. And the final Pokemon is Avalugg, level 62. It is an ice and rock type. And again, Houndoom has just one-shotted it. Fire type moves are just super helpful against that trainer. We heal up our team and we're ready to go. Our fourth battle is nobody other than Team Somber Gabriel, our friend that helped us and that got kicked out of Team Somber. It's so good to see that she made it here and she's changed her life around. She decided to leave Team Somber and take on the gym challenge. The first Pokemon she has sent out is Claydol, so we've swapped in our Goodra to try get a type advantage. Hopefully we can hit it with our water attack. We do hit it, but our Goodra has taken some heavy damage. We use a Hyper Potion to try and keep it in battle. If we can hit it again with a water attack, we'll knock it out, and we just have... So Goodra has come in clutch. Next up, Gabrielle sends out her latest Pokemon, Como-O. I remember when we went to her house, one of her family members actually gifted her this Pokemon, and it is probably one of my favorite dragon-type Pokemon. It's super underrated. And Como-O has just knocked out Goodra as well as Sneasler, but Celebi has finally knocked it out. And we are halfway through Gabrielle's team. The next Pokemon she sends out is Mawile, which is level 62. But it's actually Zoroark who had transformed and tricked us. We've got 3 Pokemon left. We've decided to send out Zeraora to try and finish it off. We attack first and we knock out Zoroark. And now Gabrielle is going to send out Milotic, the water dragon type Pokemon. Zeraora's attacks are going to be super effective, being an electric type. So it's time for Zeraora to shine. And yes, Zeraora is slowly proving itself worthy. Its speed is absolutely helping us a ton in these battles, just being able to attack first. And now the final Pokemon Gabrielle sends out is Mawile, which has just mega evolved. We've sent out our Aggron, who got 1 attack in, but unfortunately got knocked out. And next up we've sent out Houndoom, who again has knocked out the final Pokemon. Houndoom has been such a strong addition to our championship. I'm really surprised about that. So make sure you have a strong fire type Pokemon. And here we've made it to the absolute final of the championship, and it looks like Cola is our opponent. I can't wait to take him on and see what his team looks like. Team Somber leader Moxie and Melee tried to get him converted to Team Somber. They even offered him an ancient Pokemon to try and defeat us with, but he said he didn't want their help. So let's see if we can defeat Cola one last time. He has now sent out a Gallade level 64, which is just mega evolved, and this is definitely one of his strongest Pokemon. It just one-shotted our Goodra, and it pretty much one-shotted everything in our team. That's why I told you guys to have your team around level 63 going into this, because this final battle is insane. This Mega Gallade really gave my team a hard run. It knocked out 2 of my Pokemon, so we are at a disadvantage. But our Zeraora finally took it out, and now they're about to send out Cleaver, which is the new evolution form of Scyther. It's a bug and rock type. We've decided to send our Sneasler out, and I'm hoping Sneasler can knock it out. If we attack first, we should. And yes, 3 Metal Claws, and we have done it. The next Pokemon Cola is sending out is Aegislash, the Steel type Pokemon. It's a Steel and Ghost type. If we can hit it with our fire attack, we should one-shot it, and we do. And now Cola is about to send out Samurott. Yes, his Duat has finally evolved. We send out Zeraora again with its electric attacks. It causes some heavy damage, but unfortunately gets knocked out. They have swapped in Togekiss, which is a fairy flying type. And we decide to send out Aggron now and Mega Evolve it. We hit it with our Stone attack, which also slows down its speed a bit. But this Togekiss is super annoying. It's got a move that heals up its HP. Luckily, we hit it with a critical shot. We knock out Togekiss, and it's down to 2 Pokemon. Samurott is just hanging in by a thread. Unfortunately, it attacks first and knocks out our Pokemon. So it's 2 versus 2 at the moment. This battle is super close. And Samurott attacks first again with that Aqua Jet. It knocks out our Houndoom. It's down to our Mega Aggron now. We finally get an attack in, but we don't knock it out. We get hit twice with Aqua Jet, but we're still hanging in there. Our Aggron levels up to level 63. And Cola's final Pokemon is Ceruledge, and it's level 65. I think we're in big trouble. We max revived Celebi. Hopefully Celebi can hang in there. We use a max revive again to heal up our Houndoom. Ceruledge just seems to be one-shotting everything in our team. Hopefully Houndoom can survive, but no, Houndoom even gets knocked out. So we are really in a tough position now. We're going to use a max revive again on Houndoom and see if we can try and stay alive. We're going to have to try withstand one of its attacks or get an attack in. And yes, finally Houndoom attacks first with a crunch and we one-shot it. I can't believe it. I wasn't expecting that. That was a super tough battle. But now as Cola loses, he gets a phone call. And it looks like it's Professor Roo. And he said, "Enemy of my enemy is my friend." So what an ending. This is our final team for the Pokemon Championship. And we are the new Dreamstone Mysteries champions. Let's go, baby. This has been such an amazing game. I've enjoyed it. It's been a refreshing storyline. It's been a crazy adventure. It's one of the funnest games I've played in a while. I definitely rate it up there, definitely in my top 10. If you guys haven't played it, definitely give it a go. You won't regret it. It's a load of fun. I hope this game does get an update, even though it is complete, or a part 2 releases. The story has been epic and it's been a wild adventure. But thanks everyone for following along. Let me know what team you have used to win the championship. I am curious to hear what your teams were like. Drop us a comment down below and let us know any games that you recommend that we play next. We are always looking for new exciting games. But that's all it's going to be for this one. We are going to end off our story here. Thanks for watching.